Let's talk about communication and a little tactic that can help us all try to communicate what we mean to say in an effective way. I'm hopping on to share this with you guys, actually to help myself, to help me remember, because I've been working to implement this for a while now, but I still often will forget and then remember later, but that's okay. The window is getting smaller where I'm gonna have a reaction time. So that's positive. But anyhow, you know those times where you feel like you have something that you wanna say, but you're not sure exactly the right way to say it because maybe you're feeling irritated, frustrated, maybe you're feeling some resistance, maybe you're feeling like your boundaries are being crossed, and it could be in an interpersonal, personal relationship, or it could be a professional conversation. And either way, you don't want to offend the other person, because when we do, and I'm very direct, so this is kind of years in the works of me trying to communicate better so that I don't, offend other people, because for a long time, I was just like super quiet, not quiet, but I just wouldn't speak up in certain situations because I know that my nature is very direct and I don't want to offend someone. But then I was just kind of hiding myself and denying, not honoring myself. And that felt really, really bad. So then I went to the other end of the spectrum, the extreme, and I just said, I'm just going to be super direct because that's my personality. And now I'm learning, okay, there's a maybe someplace kind of in the middle, or in between the middle and super direct, because I still want to be myself and honor myself, but I want my message to be communicated. So what can we do in those moments where we feel frustrated, kind of on edge a little bit, our emotions are kind of high, and so we don't know, for me anyway, my brain will kind of scramble and freeze a little bit, and I don't know what to say because I want to express myself, but I don't want to offend the other person. And maybe what I'm going to say is going to offend the other person, but if I can say it in a way that is not offensive, if they take offense, then maybe that's on them. But if I can say it in a way that's not offensive, I'm going to feel better. And then I'm also going to feel better for having expressed myself. Okay, so long way around to get to the point, which is to use a delay tactic by repeating what the other person has said. And I've been trying to do this for a while, but I still forget a lot. So I'm hopping on here to share with you guys to remind myself, honestly. A lot of times the things that I talk about are things that I'm actively working on and implementing, and then I like to hop on to share in case it helps you guys. And if you like my content, I do invite you to please like and subscribe to the channel, share with a friend. This will help me to grow the channel, and then I can reach more people that need to hear my message. But anyhow, I was watching Seinfeld last night. At the end of the day, I like to work a lot, and so I do a lot of different things, and I like to make sure that I'm using my hours where I feel most energized to do my creative and or business stuff where I need my brain power. And then I've got some other kind of administrative stuff that doesn't take a lot of brain power, and then I can still be productive in the evening and do that while having a little bit of TV on in the background and kind of half work, half relax. So a little bit about me and my day-to-day. But so I was doing that last night, and I had Seinfeld on in the background. Never get tired of watching Seinfeld. I've probably seen every season like 14 times. But if you guys watch Seinfeld, I'm sure you remember the episode where Elaine is taking George's SAT test for him to impress his girlfriend of the week. And she's knocking on the door because he's supposed to be done with his test. So I watched this episode last night, and he uses delay tactics because he's not yet sure what he's going to say, and I'm sure he's a bit nervous in the moment. So she opens the door and he delays by saying, "How you doing?" And freaking hilarious. But anyhow, and then she's like, "Where's the test?" And he repeats the question, "Where's the test?" And then the other time he's got the test and it's got, food all over it. And she says, how did you get food on the test? Where did you get food? And he says, "Where did I get food?" Delay tactic. "I got it in my pocket." And then there's coffee on the test. And she's like, "Where did you get coffee?" He's like, "Where did I get coffee?" "From the store." And then she goes on to say, "How did you get to the store?" "How did I get to the store?" Again, delay. "I went out the window." But anyhow, it was fitting, good timing for me to see this episode again yesterday, because I'm thinking about these delay tactics. And one thing that I'm doing is thinking about, okay, like, because I'm still experiencing these situations, these encounters where, okay, this is an uncomfortable conversation for me. I feel like a boundary is being crossed and I don't like it. But I'm trying to communicate in a different way that is more open rather than blocking, because then I'm blocking out other things as well. And so I'm actively working on this, and I still, because this is a new practice for me, to try to not be so direct in a way that is off-putting. That's like been my nature. It's probably not my true nature. It's a problem that I'm identifying, so I'm working to overcome it and make some shifts here. But it still doesn't come to me like the right words super quickly. And so what I'll do later, I'll think about, okay, well, how did you feel when you were saying what you said, or when you didn't say what you wanted to say? And then I'll play it back and think about, okay, what did you really want to say? And why? Like, how were you feeling, and why was this conversation causing you to feel that way? And what could you have said? What would you like to have said, and how could you have said it? And then I'll practice it. So then what happens is the reaction time, the window gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and soon I'm going to have it. So I just wanted to hop on and share, if you, in those moments where emotions are high, there's maybe a disagreement, maybe you feel like a boundary is being crossed, but you don't want to offend, but you also don't want to just stay quiet. You want to make sure that you honor yourself and speak up and respect yourself and hold your standards and your boundaries in a way that you're going to be heard. You can delay and give your brain a moment to catch up, give a moment to let yourself take a deep breath and feel calmer before responding. And you can do that by repeating the question. You can do this in the interview process too, if you're kind of nervous and you need a moment to gather your thoughts. So I hope that helped. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.